Welcome to On the Hill Podcast.
All right, and we're back.
Back on the hill.
Back on the hill, man. Back on the hill. So, got a special guest tonight.
Yeah, we got I think it's episode 14.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll let you do the intro. Oh, go ahead.
So it's like, you know, every guest is special, but tonight in particular, the one and only, and this could be a fan favorite, Will Meijer.
I wonder.
Welcome to the show, brother.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
We got a technician in the house tonight with us.
That's right. Junior.
Top dog over there.
Junior.
Junior's in the house off the camera. He's going to keep us straight. He's got a certain range of political things we're going to talk about, and he's going to keep us straight.
Okay. We're going politics.
No, I'm saying Nate's going to keep us straight.
Oh.
All right. Should we start over or are we good?
No, we're good. I will say we talked about the only thing we ever cut was Evan Jones's. But this might be the next one.
Evan.
Well, we just cut a couple things out.
He looked like the dude from freaking. I still can't think of name of that movie. You were watching, didn't you watch the episode?
I watched it.
Yeah, but he can't remember what happened. All right, so Will Meijer,
I didn't
man.
finish watching it.
What's your full legal name?
I think it's Hello Kitty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I you know. So
You want my middle name?
yeah,
You want my government
lay
name?
out like your whole government name, like yeah,
William
yeah.
Frederick.
Oh,
Meijer.
no.
Is that a family name?
It is actually. Yeah.
Okay.
The two granddads.
He's still too big to make fun of. I was about to say.
No.
Yeah, that's cool though. I never knew that, man. So one of the shows we're talking about, remember Tony? I don't know if you remember Tony Goupel. He might have left before you got there. But basically, we had worked together, I don't know, 8 years, and I never knew the fucker's first name. And somebody called him Tony. I was like, who the F is Tony? And they're like, that's me, dude. And I was like, bro, you ain't no freaking Tony.
Right.
Anyway, so I didn't know your name was Frederick. Didn't know your middle name was
What's his
Yeah,
middle
that
name?
was the F.
Frederick.
I always told people it was fuck off.
You never told it to me, so we must have been on
No.
pretty good
the
terms.
people on the street.
Yeah. I'm William F. Meijer. What's the F stand for, sir?
So just to give a little background, these two used to work together down in Petersburg.
That's
Now, who was there first?
Me, yeah.
This guy.
Okay.
That's when they said, yo, remember this? If Caesar's rings a memory for you. Hooty hoo.
I keep thinking about old noggin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll get there, man.
So when was it? Do you guys remember the first time did y'all ever like, were y'all in the same cop car together?
The
or were
first
y'all
time I
just-
saw this guy.
Yeah, I'd like
So
to hear
we
that
were
story.
we had just gotten hired, and we were having to go take our piss test or get sworn in or something.
Yeah.
And these two guys were walking us around.
Was I one of them?
Yeah.
Must have been on admin leave again.
You were on admin leave with John Richardson.
Yes, sir. Damn.
Yeah, you remember that?
I remember that well.
Yeah. So that's
to go back
everybody
and
thought I was
see
the
why.
Fed that came in. You remember that?
Federale.
They thought I was the undercover Fed. I come from Texas, so nobody knew me. And I was an outlier. And when I first got there, I wouldn't put my hands on anybody. But so I was trying to change. And then I went back to my old.
So when you met me, was I sad, man? Did I look like
No, man, you were actually in good spirits, dude.
So I wasn't the dude that looked like, how people on admin leave. They get so
No,
sad.
because you didn't do anything fucking wrong.
Yeah, I know that. But
Yeah.
public opinion is a whole nother thing.
Well, I think the department.
They wanted me to rat on, big guy. And I was like, I ain't doing it.
And the way they sold it to us was pretty shitty too. Covington and
But I was supposed to mention names.
oh, sorry.
But yeah,
Troy.
we can mention his name, sure.
John.
No.
Yeah,
but
this
a
guy,
few
he was-
captains came in and a couple of lieutenants, and they
Wow.
told us what we shouldn't do.
Here's an example of what not to do.
Right.
And then pointed at him.
No, it was on. They had a videotape.
It was on CNN. It was on 12. It was on, it was everywhere.
So what year was that? I'm trying to find that freaking tape.
2000.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and find. Oh, 'cause I want you to see it.
Yeah, I just
seen
moved. Yeah, in 2000, I just moved.
I didn't do anything, but this. It won't me, but this basically they had the sergeant look like he was doing something, and they wanted me to say, that whatever they think I did because of what he did. And I was like, honestly, I never even saw him at all once we got out of the cars. We were fighting two different people.
Oh, I got you.
They wanted me to blame.
Were they trying to back him up? And
No, they were trying to make him look bad and get rid of him.
Oh, they wanted to get rid of him. Oh, okay.
Right, they wanted me to, and he and I hated each other. That's
really?
Me and Big John? Yeah.
Damn.
Well, he hated me at least. And remember how everybody used to hate me back? Well, you weren't there then. I was like, they thought I was a liberal and like John.
Well, I mean, come on, man.
So he really hated that shit.
ECU with the glasses
ECU.
on.
VSU, son.
It was high school on the hill.
Virginia State. That's where I went, dude.
I know.
All right,
for what, Hug a Thug, or what'd you get a degree in?
Hug a Thug, social work, baby.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, see, I caught hell, man. They were like, who is this guy, man?
That's good.
And then I had to get knocked around a little bit.
Better than getting knocked up, you know?
That's a good thing I couldn't.
Maybe that's what
I
happened.
couldn't get knocked up. I feel like the lights...
Oh, the hat's going on backwards.
The bill is like blinding my eyes.
So that's where I first met you. And I was like, I'm going to like this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because, he's walking us everywhere, and he's just talking shit the whole time. I'm like, sweet.
Yes, sir.
What was the size difference at the time?
Well, yeah. What do you mean size difference, huh?
Well, you're a big dude.
Hey, man, you're going to lose this mic, man. We're going to miss your knowledge.
No, he's good.
All right. So, probably the same. I've weighed.
Well, we both shrunk over a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, that was mainly a height joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Same as.
Yeah, well, I mean, we both more, probably younger and more fit, but, I mean, a legend was developed that day in 2000. Man. Legendary on the streets.
So were you just the one like showing them around the?
Well, they had to go around through human resources and all that shit. So
get equipment.
So that was your
stuff. Yeah.
On admin leave, so they're paying you, but you can't stay home, and you're being punished. But
so that you get to show the new guys around.
Yeah.
So the guy who basically the one who's like what not to do is telling you guys what to do.
Right. That's how smart Petersburg was. Yeah. Here's an example of what not to do, but you're going to spend the next 16 hours with the guy over the next 2-day period.
Makes sense.
He's going to tell you how effed up this freaking place is.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's like, that right there, see, an outsider looking in, to he and I, it made fucking perfect sense. Mm-hmm. Put the guy on the admin and walk the people around.
Yeah, that's right.
But here's the video how not to do it. It actually was, and didn't Carter Burnett say, hey, man, watch that move when I sprawled the guy? You remember that? Mm-hmm. He's like, you can't teach that.
Well, yeah, that's right.
So, it's a wrestler background.
Yeah, DT guy, man. Right. He guy was a legend, man. Carter Burnett, and we'll only mention people in a bad. We can't mention people if we're talking bad about him. How about that? But yeah, he's a legend. He's passed now. But he was supposed to show that video at the academy to the upcoming class. I guess the whole freaking recruit class, and he's like, "You see that? You can't teach that shit." So I guess it wasn't so bad after all, man.
No,
that's street cred right there, bro.
Worked out for you.
That's street cred.
But he's not telling you why they were in a pursuit or what happened during the pursuit.
Yeah.
Is that something we can talk about?
It's pretty significant when you consider that he ended up wrestling with a dude.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, so they had like a shooter. So the sergeant was trying to make a traffic stop. They're shooting at him through the sunglass out of the sun window, whatever it's called.
The sunroof?
Sunroof. Yeah. So he stops and they stop. And we get out in tussling. And the guy wouldn't get out of the car first, and then he tried to take me down. I sprawled out and got him down, but under that seat was that gun that was jammed, or another gun that was jammed. There were two guns in there. Yeah,
that's why he stopped.
I don't know. He might have stopped to take a pop shot at me, but
they were shooting at them.
Yeah,
and then after the guns jammed, he and Richardson charged the dudes and yanked them out the cars.
Well, so they didn't mention that.
No, we went to work.
Low key. He's being low key.
We didn't use
but pretty ballsy.
We didn't use the typical felony stop routine for Jesus, man.
Y'all
we just went up there,
charged them and ripped them out.
Yeah, let's go to work. Yeah, that's true, bro. That was pretty badass.
Yeah.
If they stop shooting, then hey, here's your window.
Yeah, and then try to snatch. I'm like, nah, Brian, not today.
But y'all got him.
Hell yeah. We were heroes for a while.
Yeah.
Then the video came out when the guy said he got kicked, and we're like, we were zeros.
Yep.
We're riding the wave, and then we were under the wave.
Mm-hmm. So you're still in law enforcement?
Kind of.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah, we can't go into. It's kind of like. Remember they said you were a federale? Yeah. So we had to keep it like down on the road.
Okay. Well, You're still involved in this line of work, I'll say.
That's right.
Okay, that's fine.
That's right. I just don't want to.
All right, so you grew up in this area, bro.
No. Well, Richmond.
Yeah, but you grew up in but you grew up in Virginia.
Yeah.
Because when we first met, I thought you were like a Longhorn.
Yeah. Well, I'd moved.
Yeah,
I moved there, and then
he looks like a dude from Texas, don't he?
Big Texas.
Big Tex, man. That's what he used to call the bitch.
That's literally.
Really?
I was like, but I'm not from fucking Texas.
He never told me that shit. He always told me he was a Longhorn. I thought you meant about Texas. I didn't know you were talking about something else.
I didn't know we were going to go there.
I wouldn't have known, but anyway, then we ended up on the same freaking squad. We had a legendary squad, man.
We did.
That was the best squad. For us.
The night squad?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
300. You may have forgotten, but I'm going to name the names of the people that we love and still admire. So it was you and I, Hinkle, Buffkin, Rob, Rogers.
Was Swinter?
Swinter.
Yeah. Swinterland.
That's it, man.
That's right.
No.
Dude, did I tell you he came to see me at the academy?
No
Swinter,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
He took over his family business when he got out of law enforcement.
Yeah, he's doing
What was
good.
that?
I keep up with him.
Like cleaning the house and cleaning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Merry maids, handy maids.
Yeah, he showed up and he's like, hey, dude, if y'all ever need some help.
He got out of law enforcement.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you do have a bathroom.
I remember one time we went. I don't think you were there. We went to that NASCAR race, but it was with.
It
was Buffkin, Hinkle.
It's just us, the four of us.
Was it just okay?
Oh,
okay.
man.
I didn't know if it was
Hinkle,
anybody else.
Buffkin, and Eric and I, right? So Hinkle was a little amped up, right? Because I don't drink or anything. So I was like, hey, you guys can drink, I'll drive. Fuck, don't worry about that. And so they get like a double deuce.
Okay.
And they drink it a little bit quick.
Right.
And all of a sudden, Buffy's like, I don't feel so good. Just up in the stands, man. So we had Eric and I had to go to the bathroom. It was little. And when we come down and like Hinkle sitting beside, like rubbing his leg and shit, and like fucking Buff laid out on a bench, man.
Come on.
I don't remember that.
Remember him laying on a bench? That happened, but the rubbing the leg part didn't happen.
That stone cold killer was laying on the bench.
He killed more people.
No shit, dude.
So this guy killed more people,
Yeah.
but not necessarily with using a gun.
Buffkin?
Well,
Oh, God. Can we say his name?
You already said his name.
we didn't. There were a lot of people in that car.
Hold on, I'm talking about something different, bro. All right, let me leave it at that. All right.
We'll cut that part out.
Oh, okay. Well, then we can talk about it. So,
Pursuit?
I was thinking about the bridge.
Yeah. Tell that part, yeah.
Yeah.
This is no one in particular.
Well, the easiest way to say it is that he was around when a couple of people have died.
Okay, that's fair.
One, he was in a fight and on top of a bridge, an overpass, and the dude jumped off.
Yeah. During the fight. Well,
I heard a different version. Maybe he didn't jump.
I'm paraphrasing.
yeah, we'll leave it at that.
That bitch is staying in. Just take his name out.
I'll take his name out, but yeah,
Leave that shit in.
we'll leave it
That
in.
dude's ankles are up to his knees, man. Holy shit.
We got to take this whole thing out now. Maybe not. I mean, hey,
Oh, wow.
That's real life, man.
it's violent, man. You fucking run from the cops and you jump off a bridge thinking you're going to get away.
Yeah.
Does that okay? Was it overpass or was it an actual
Yeah, an
bridge?
overpass. He landed his feet was in the dirt.
That'll do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tragic.
That's not what I was thinking, but yeah.
But yeah, so,
Pay the price.
all right, so
We gotta switch gears somehow.
Yeah.
how do we get to the,
I don't even know.
let's get back to
we're talking the squad.
the squad, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
first,
can you tell the story? You've told me this multiple times. Maybe I can ask you, see if you know the story.
which one?
The fishtailing when y'all were.
Oh, yeah. I told him that at that lunch. I don't know if you remember this. All right, so we'll try maybe now, like you got more synergy to the brain, being here on the hill. It has like an electronic effect on people.
It does.
An energetic effect. So, all right, so I had that front wheel drive Impala that Walker ended up getting. And it was like front wheel drive, right?
No names.
Wait,
He didn't say douchebag.
Oh, yeah. Or
Yeah,
nice.
I'm not saying he's a douchebag. I'm saying he got my car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the same Walker?
Yeah, but hang on.
Walker?
Damn.
Okay.
Jeez. No means no. Holy shit. This is
All right, keep going.
So, all right. This ain't as funny as the fuck shit we just been saying. So, we were in the back lot, right? Mm-hmm. And we're supposed to be going home, but we're sitting there talking to shit, like no choir practice because, I think it was like the weekday or something. So we hear fire on Sycamore Street. That old freaking, yeah. So we're like, whoop. Because we knew we were going to be primary or nothing like that. We had already marked off duty. So I'm like, let's see what this motherfucking car do. I don't think they had lights on it. So we take off, man. It's like 2:30 in the morning. Well, this bitch is in a big full-size Caprice. And it had Hinkle in there. He had the freaking lights on it. It was an old state police car. So it probably had like that 392 or whatever freaking engine it had, man. So I'm in a front-wheel drive car. I'm fucking trying to get away from them. Well, we go up, what is that, Bank Street. And we're going to turn right onto Franklin or Marshall and then go left onto Sycamore. Well, when I get to the stop sign, I stop because I didn't have any lights or siren, but I mean, nobody was coming. And I look back and this bitch is bearing down on me. I'm like, he ain't going to fucking stop. So I gun it, right? I'm trying to get some momentum. It's like, yeah. This bitch takes the turn. Sliding sideways. Now keep in mind, on each side of the street is fucking parked cars. So I'm like, holy shit. I got this fucking Impala on the floor, Caprice, the front wheel drive thing. It was like, never lets off the gas.
Starts fishtailing.
Yeah. So then we get to the car and like, holy shit, that car will haul ass, And we're yucking it up. And Hinkle's like, he's got this big old red mark on the side of his head. His head had been hitting the windshield and shit. He goes, all I can hear is I'd see the windshield. Then I'd see Mary going, shuffle, steer, shuffle, steer. Then I'd hit the windshield again. Holy fuck, man.
Wow. I forgot about that. That was a good one.
Man, I mean, this dude was 100% go. I mean, if he could have run over top of that car with that, if he could have run over top of my car and hit the bumper, he would have done it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like this guy's going to stop. I'm like, this bitch ain't going to stop. I mean,
it's that big Texas in him,
bro. I think like some shit out of like goddamn like I'll say Smokey and the Bandit or some shit. Man. That was the funniest shit. All I could see was the headlight going like this,
just back and forth.
It was it was a wild time. That was a good time to be a cop, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So when y'all got there, was it no big deal?
Well, yeah, the house was fucking like a full 4-alarm fire.
Yeah.
It's like an old mansion, but they got to turn to like a boarding house. So all the residents were rather upset.
Yeah.
So we get out and this person runs up, the house on fire. We're like, let's get the fuck out of here.
No shit.
Can't help you. The fire department's on the way. The fire department's already there. So.
Yeah. Like, yep, you're right.
Yeah. She ran up like she wanted wanted somebody to put a blanket on her or something. It was a dude.
Oh, yeah. You weren't. Oh, yeah. Okay.
We're like, we don't have that kind of blankets. We didn't have shit back then.
No, we didn't have anything.
We couldn't even get flares.
Well, what kind of car were you? I remember at one point you had like that little purple car.
Oh, man, this bitch going down deep, bro. Remember that car David Hamilton had? That purple Ford Taurus?
He looked like a pimp.
They assigned that shit to me, bro.
Nice.
I had to drive around that fucking thing.
That's as undercover as you could get.
So one day, I remember Mike Alter, he was with me, and we saw something happen. I was like, man, let's pull these motherfuckers over. And he's like, they ain't gonna stop, dude. That's if they don't stop, and not, we're not gonna go with so far with this shit. So I floored like to catch up to him. And everything in Petersburg was old. So like where the throttle was, it got hung under the carpet. That's in the fucking, because David Hamilton's big foot. So it's like, whoa, Mike said, slow down, motherfucker, slow down. I'm like, I'm trying, Mike, I'm trying. It won't stop. So luckily I was smart to reset and put the bitch in neutral. Mm-hmm. And then we could glide to a stop. And the engine's like,
what is he doing now?
And hey, look, and the guys finally stopped. They were out there waiting for us to get up to them.
Jesus, man. They had hunks of shit of cars.
Just so now he might, he's just retired, man. He lives out in Prince George, man, being like a farmer and stuff, living off the land.
So he doesn't live across the street anymore?
No, he sold that house. So he used to live down the street from us.
Yeah.
And he said, nah, once we retire, we're moving out to the country.
Good for him.
So he built like a little farm, brought him a little tractor. No shit. That's every man's dream, man.
Hell yeah.
He's like, come on, take a look at the tractor.
Yeah.
That's
a dream. Yep.
Yeah, the bad thing is I don't think he'll let me drive it. That's a problem. So I want to drive a big tractor, dude.
Oh, he's got a big tractor.
Nah, I don't know about that, but just pretend.
John Deere, is it?
Nah, it's more like, it's not like a lawn tractor. It's like a farm, like a small size, you can probably till a garden with it or something.
Ain't bad.
Probably the one that, what's the name, has at the river, Dickie. Maybe a little bigger than that.
Okay.
You ever drove a tractor, man? You look like you drove like an excavator or something.
Yeah, we tinkered around with that stuff.
For real?
Yeah, in Afghanistan. But
Oh, damn.
I thought I was going to say Texas.
no.
All right, let's kind of. I want to. Do you mind talking about Afghanistan? All right,
Let's get a timeline first.
All right, so when did you move to Texas? You graduated here in 89 or something?
91.
Damn, I'm old.
But I graduated into Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 90s. You spent some time there. Mm-hmm. Did some horse roping and shit.
No. Damn. Yeah.
That's some good money in that shit. All right,
Has to be.
It wasn't great money, but it was decent.
You were a bouncer, right?
No, bartender.
Bartender at the gay bar?
Yeah.
Man, you could have made it. If you stayed a bartender, you'd have made a goddamn fortune. I'm fucking serious as a bitch.
It was just volatile.
You're in the wrong spot, dog.
Yeah.
Was it just too late for you?
That's an old look I ain't seen for a minute. That's my son, don't forget. Okay. That bitch was like, hello. I know that motherfucking look.
Yeah. No, it was
Hey, look, the other morning I was checking, he was outside, I was getting the mail, I figured, I saw him out there, so I was going to just see how his morning was before you left for work.
Yeah, I live next door.
nice.
So,
Keep it close.
so,
let me. My phone went out, so my personal phone was not working. So he texted me the night before, then texted me the next morning. He's like, "You good?" And I didn't respond. So
okay. So I went over there, but I saw him. I could see them up. I was like, I'm not gonna knock on the door. So I just wait. So he's got his truck and a work truck. So I'm standing in between both of them, waiting for him to come out. And when he does, I'm pretty short, so he got a lift kit on his truck. So I'm kind of like, my head's like this big above it. Mm-hmm. So I figured he'd recognize me. He's like, what'd you say? You were like, the same look you just had, that's what he gave to his dad. I'm like, bro, what the?
Well, I don't wear glasses. I probably should have glasses.
Maybe.
Or contacts. But I saw his boots first under my truck. So I looked over and I saw legs connected to him. I was like, maybe I left my boots out. And I looked up and I saw a head poking out.
He's like, what's up, bro? He was like ready to go to somebody's ass.
But with his full, full beard, and he had a little beanie on. I was like, what's up, dude? I didn't know who it was.
Right.
He's like, it's me, bro. It's me.
It shook me up. They better go to my ass, dog.
That's good.
That's what I like.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
I trained you well, man. Attack.
It'd be better than him saying, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
I was ready to go. But
Call back up.
No.
Call my work daddy.
Oh, shit.
Hey, so wait a minute. I thought you were going to have that shirt with you tonight.
Oh, I couldn't find one.
Yeah.
They only had corporal stripes on it.
That's what I mean.
I did find neon socks, though.
Coat them varicose veins.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant by work daddy. Daddy, you're picking on me again.
Yeah.
I was kidding, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Oh, he knows.
I know.
He loves people, man.
I'm scared over here.
I was trying to think of something to say, but I didn't know what we could talk about.
Well, you're talking about the fluoride socks.
Yeah, that guy.
So,
Needless to say, he's not real popular with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And same with one of our guests, we had to edit the last.
we won't. Yeah.
But I'm saying
Again,
is,
no names.
yeah. But I'm saying is that's the same,
that's what.
same dude.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the reason we had to edit it.
The same cocksucker.
Like, hey,
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
you are what you eat, I guess.
Nah, he is. He was really, man, really like a straight up narcissist.
Well, yeah. Everything else too, man.
To the level you just, I mean, just a real sour human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagine the Grinch. I mean, you really upset about this guy, bro? Making me upset.
No, I just think back. He could have been a cop's cop, and he was a fucking cunt.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
All right, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it's a pretty touchy spot.
And we don't have to say it because he knows exactly who the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
If he ever
I wish we
hears
could
it.
dive deeper, but yeah, no need to. No. So like we were saying, you were.
So I had to tell that whole story to change when I was suing the department to go to the sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
So she had some questions, and I told her that story and some others, and she was like, she literally thought I was crazy. I mean, she was like, that can't be real. I'm like, okay, what's real?
Yeah.
The whole thing. And she sent me for a polygraph, and I passed it. And the guy asked me some of those. He asked me the standard shit. He trying to defeat the polygraph, but I guess he wanted to see if I was being truthful. Right. Because it's shit you can't never believe.
Stories about this guy? And they sent you to a polygraph because.
Well, I was trying to change from the PD to the sheriff's office.
Oh.
And she's like, "Why are you leaving?" And I told her I didn't try to like sugarcoat it. I laid it down. I'm like, how much time you got?
Yeah. Okay, I thought they just polygraphed you just because, but
no,
that's when you're going for the sheriff's,
right? And
okay,
yeah, they were saying that some of the allegations against them they made about me were true, which they weren't, and then that's because they were trying to cover up some other shit they were doing. So they brought up their made up bullshit,
right?
And she wanted to know if the made up bullshit was true or not. All right, so you were in Texas,
Texas, and moved here.
Damn, bro.
And then.
You ever seen the movie True Grit? I had to bring you back, bro.
So
you could have played in either the old one
or the new one.
Yep.
Damn, man.
Jeff Bridges, or you could have been John Wayne, man. That's how versatile you are. I mean, I'm dead ass serious.
It, man.
Don't you have that look, man? That bitch could have been on the wide prairie or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, I could have been. That's his era. Yeah. That's what Afghanistan was like, really.
All right, let's get there. Let's get there. All right, so you did some law enforcement in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, law enforcement here. After I got out, I kind of got fed up with it after the Tweety Perkins. It kind of really soured me.
Yeah, and we can talk about that as a federal case. Went to federal court.
Yeah.
I mean, were you angry about the outcome, or you're angry about the? We never had a chance to even talk about this. I don't think. We don't have to go in detail. I'm just curious.
I'm disappointed in a lot of people.
That could have made a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree with that.
it didn't even have to happen.
Right. The warning signs were up. People were trying to let people know what was going on with this guy, and they totally ignored it. He was using steroids and just basically went roid rage.
Well, yeah. So what is this about?
He was a. You want me to tell you one?
Yeah, you go.
Just basically, I mean, and this is a federal court case. I went to federal court for not human rights. Yeah, human rights violation. Yeah. So basically, it was a vehicle pursuit. Guy got out and ran. Officer caught the guy. Starts trying to detain him. There's a fight ensues, but then the officer kind of goes overboard. So much so that a lady in the apartment that they're behind, where the fight is, she's calling 911 because somebody's getting beat up.
Yeah.
And screaming for help. Well, the problem is the cops are the one beating the dude's ass, and that's who he's screaming for help from. Then a couple other secondary units came up, and then a supervisor. And what you're talking about is how people lie about their involvement in it at the scene, and also people knew that the guy in question, they got charged with the felony assault. I mean, the guy was almost brain dead. They almost killed him.
That's pretty bad.
And he went to federal prison. But the other guy was there, and he had a chance for a plea deal, fought it, and then he got a felony too, didn't he?
And you know what they did? After he was convicted, they equated the cost of the prosecution, converted that into time, and tacked it onto his sentencing. So you have the right to defend yourself, but if you lose in the federal system, they'll charge you for it.
That was Tweety or Perkins?
Perkins.
Damn.
He got, I think, 18 extra months.
Yeah, because they punished him for not cooperating.
Because he wouldn't
turn on the other guy or whatever.
Yeah, he wouldn't testify.
So they just added more time.
Yeah, so I mean, think about that. Yeah, that's one thing I did notice when they did like the federal roundups. They'd ask you if you wanted to do a plea deal, or it's like the drug deals. Let's say this is totally nothing to do with this other case. They'd build up a big case against you at a federal level, and they'd pick everybody up on the same day. The SWAT team would be there, local SWAT team, state police. The federal agencies were there. One big roundup all at the same time.
The federal magistrate would be there.
Yeah, federal magistrate would be there. The U.S. Marshals, all that shit. So you would go in. It'd be a representative from, the Attorney General, not the Attorney General's office. Yeah. Who's the head attorney of the country?
U.S. attorney.
U.S. attorney. He's there. Local attorney, Commonwealth attorney, and then a detective would be there,
Right.
Because you're supposed to know some of the people. So they would read the charge. I had this brain fart, but and they would say, here's the charge against the United States of America versus Eric Liverman.
Yeah.
Here's what we got against you. Here's your one chance to cooperate. If you want to talk to somebody else and go that route, you'll go out one door. If you don't, you're going right out to like Arizona today or wherever they're going to send you out west. Like out of all these tough guys,
weep,
cry. Out of like 25 people that day, only 2 went out to Arizona. The rest turned on their friends and shit.
Really?
And they're just sitting there crying.
Yeah, they're dumb, bro. Yeah. And if like we would arrest you and they'd talk shit to you, like once you were in handcuffs, like get your hands off, don't be so rough. But the U.S. Marshals, they'll plant you to the ground. They don't give a fuck.
So only 2 went.
Only two didn't cooperate out of like the 23.
Damn.
So but that was their third strike. This was it. It was like life, 20 years and up.
Was that Blue Thunder or Blue Rain or
something like that? Yeah, but the guys that you thought were like stone cold killers, and they probably were, they were like, nope, I'll cooperate.
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
Really?
And stood up right in front of their board. Where you going?
So I had a guy at one of the crime scenes that wouldn't leave, one of those guys. So like some of the guys have been gone, they're gone for 10, 20, some of them even longer, depending upon their charge. He was back in like 2 or 3 years. So he wouldn't leave the street corner. This is on like Harrison Street. He was talking a bunch of shit. I said, yeah, man, I'll just go ahead and go. I can't think of his name, I would tell you. It'll come to me later, but he's like, fuck you, Liverman, and all that shit. I said, hey, anybody out here ever wonder how he got home so quick? He left in.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he told Big Ed, that was fucked up what Liverman did. I'm like, well, maybe your bitch ass should have walked away. Right. All right, let's get to the real meaty part. All right, so you came to the Berg. You had a stellar career. One of my favorite calls was you snapped old. Remember they took our aspartans away and they gave us those old ass nightsticks?
Yeah.
I didn't even make it to the scene because the whole thing followed. But you hit a guy in the leg and broke a nightstick on his thigh.
Yeah.
So they thought that was wrong. Not that, it was a hell of a hit from what I hear.
Yeah.
But that was under investigation.
Yeah.
That was one of the investigations.
Seidel. I watched him tongue kiss another man.
What? This is going on here.
Well,
you watch him tongue kiss another man?
Yeah, at the Eagles Christmas party. Yeah. He was half in the bag. Even Nate's
like, all right, what's going on in here?
Half in the bag. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, were they like, was it a mistake?
Well, in his defense, he wasn't paying attention. The guy tilted his head backwards and tongue kissed him.
Oh, so he didn't reciprocate or whatever the hell it was.
I mean,
reciprocate.
I mean, did he pull away?
I'll say this. The Disney movie where they are eating the spaghetti? There was this long bit of spit coming from both their mouths that just popped. Yeah. That happened.
Oh, Jesus.
Holy, I mean, that was a hell of a place to work. So when you were in Texas, was it anything like that? Maybe the action wise, but the politics wise inside the house. I mean,
man, small town politics, much heavier, but in Texas. But it was the work was better because you didn't have to face your accusers in court.
Really? How's that work?
So you write them a ticket, you wouldn't go to court unless they appealed.
Oh,
yeah, that kind of thing.
You're just guilty on contact. I mean,
yeah, basically. Yeah.
I mean, bitch, here's your ticket. You're guilty. Yeah. Goodbye.
See ya. Yeah, you could write 6 summonses on one ticket. They had like dash marks and like numbers on the back. You just pick like 3, 7, 8,
That's
10.
how people behave in Texas.
Fuck, man. Damn.
Holy shit. You were like the judge. Hey, hang on. You were the officer, the magistrate?
No.
The DA and the goddamn judge were one thing, bro.
Yeah, it was, I enjoyed working there. But, and the the hands-on policy was a little bit different. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's why I tried to change when I came, to Petersburg.
That only lasted for what? A few days.
Well, it was at the end of FTO.
Who were you with? Damn.
Jose
Vasquez
Berrios.
I tell you what, say what you will with that bitch, but he gave me the heads up what was going on in the
shit.
bird. Yep.
Good
He was
deal.
IA and they wanted him to do this bullshit that they try to put against him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry to touch the nerve, strike the nerve. But he came to me outside of headquarters where everybody could see it. He said, they're after you, man. How can
Yeah. Right.
And he was straightforward. You know that.
He was. Yeah.
But he just said, bro, he said, they wanted me to try to, do this bullshit against you. But I refused. So they gave it to somebody else.
Good for him.
Cop killer.
What?
Damn, it's cold as a bitch. But anyway, it's true. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it was at the end of the FTO. I guess I was in shadow, and Perkins and somebody were in a foot chase, and this dude was running all around the heights, and Krim was there, like everybody's out there. Dalton, I think Vicky, like it was like an overlap or something. But anyway, I got there, and everybody was tuckered out and pepper sprayed them, and that was Mojo's nephew.
Oh, I remember some of this now.
Yeah. I broke his legs. Yeah.
Do I remember that? We hit him with the baton, right? He broke his legs.
So
that was the
nonchalant.
baton. Yeah.
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 Did he stop then?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I had forgotten all about that, man.
He's the one who was in the wheelchair.
Coming to court. That was not right.
Oh.
I stand before the God and man.
That came with the broken arms.
Oh, my God, bro.
That was
This whole thing's a fucking rap right now.
Oh, shit.
So that's when you were.
In Texas.
Yeah. No, that was here.
Bro, I'm trying to save you.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely Texas.
Well, no, that's when you were reverted back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then after Petersburg, I ended up going to the stand. Yeah.
All right. So
So how long were you in Petersburg for?
a year?
Yeah, like 6-7 months. If you take all my suspension time away.
Oh, man.
Wait, so that's how long y'all knew each other? Like we're as of working together. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was longer than that, man.
Yeah.
He was there like, 4 or 5 years.
I think I was there 8 years.
But God damn. Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah,
You
I
know how
left
you get
in
older?
08
Well, you do
because I
better.
was in Afghanistan in 09. I think
Yeah,
it
you
was
do
08.
better with dates than I do.
Yeah.
But you've been around the world. I ain't never left this room. So only in my mind.
I hear you.
All right, so
Now, did you get into the military after?
No, I wasn't military.
you better get close to that mic.
Oh,
It was.
okay.
It was. I
Blackwater
went
coming for your
contracting.
ass.
Oh, he's told me. Okay, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
think
didn't realize
showed
that was you.
An old picture you sent me, like you with that big 3/4 ton or whatever the hell that thing is called. That big ass truck.
Oh, the MRAP.
Yeah, how much does that bitch weigh?
Was it a up armored like a pickup truck or was
No,
it
it was like a big ass.
have a crew serve weapon on top?
Yeah, it's a trucker. You're trying to lift the truck up.
Oh, they had blown that up. Yeah.
that was
they
a
blew it
cool-ass
up
picture.
outside of our camp.
All right, so then let me just all right, so we're telling these quick stories, but yeah, and they're kind of all our podcasts like this kind of just go to blah 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 blah.
Right.
All right, so now we're here. So you had some conflict with the brass, and you finally had enough of law enforcement. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, it was just too much.
so
If they didn't like you, they were going to
Dixon
come get
wanted
you.
me to lie to somebody, and I just like fuck that, man.
He lied every day, but
Yeah.
so he got fired.
I had a
Yeah.
burglary and made the report. Went on vacation. They came home. Back doors kicked in. Footsteps inside the house. Burglary. Easy. So they don't know if anything's missing, but they need the case number for
Sure.
insurance, right? Okay, cool. So they call me and they say, "Hey, there's a problem with the report." I'm like, "What's the problem?" And the insurance company wouldn't file the claim because it was a 90Z. So I went and got.
Oh yeah, right.
Yep. So I went and got
All
my,
other offenses.
I got my report, and I see that my burglary code was scratched out.
It's like 23E or some bullshit.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was, but basically Flaherty scratched my shit out and changed it
to 90Z.
So
what is it?
A non-reportable offense to the UCR codes for the FBI. So they track 4 or 5 major crimes, and burglary is one of them.
Yeah.
So it makes your numbers, it skews your numbers. So they were doing ComStat, which is bullshit. ComStat is nothing but we're going to change murders into suspicious incident.
Right.
We're going to change burglary into a suspicious incident. So at the end of the year, all your numbers drop down.
Yeah.
And 90Z is not tracked, and it's just like a catch-all. Remember
Just to
that
make
dead
them look
body
good.
that they dropped off in the carpet bag? They rolled it out of the in the dude's front yard.
Yep.
They changed that to a fucking 90Z.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was a
Is
whole.
that just to make the city look better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Make the chief look better.
Right.
Hey, I'm working on crime. Crime's dropping.
So I complained on. I said, "Hey, this is bullshit. It's a burglary. It's
Yeah.
90Z because now Flaherty is accountable for his numbers at the Why are your numbers up? Oh, because crime's up. No, that's bullshit because you didn't figure it out. So it was a method that Dixon he learned in Richmond from the guy that came from D.C. Right.
Yep.
So they had implemented that in Petersburg, and long story short, I'm talking to Dixon. I tell him, hey, I'm supposed to be lying to this citizen.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you need to lie to them, make them understand. I was like, okay, I'll make them understand. So I went out there and said, hey, the chief wanted me to lie. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Pat had some similar type of incident where he was supposed to lie to somebody and he didn't want to do it. And then Pat didn't leave, but he got his dick knocked in the dirt. And that's just anyway.
Is this happening all the time?
Well,
This
I mean, it happened in
the-
Petersburg when we were there because the same thing happened to me. It was a strong arm robbery. This is when I went. Anyway, I left the investigation to wherever the hell I left from and came back to punish me. They put me in patrol, and same type thing. Strong arm robbery. Knocks on the door. Lady opens the door, snatches the gold necklace off her neck, takes off running, and we catch the guy. But when I wrote the report, they wanted me to do simple larceny. Like larceny from
Right.
person versus strong arm robbery,
Right.
which makes
Yeah.
it a misdemeanor. I was like, I'm not doing that. And that was this guy. So I'm like, I said, no, I'm going to do it. And they're like, you'll do it. I'm ordering you to do it. So I wrote an addendum on my report. I was advised by so-and-so to change this from a felony, to a misdemeanor.
Yeah. That's what got you.
Well, that's among a bunch of other shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if you
watched
tell the
what-
truth, you're not popular.
I watched what happened to Perkins in court. You take people to jail for 15 years and they tell you they got screwed in court. And until you see it happen, you're like, that's your fucking problem. But then when you see it happen, you're like, wow, that really happened.
Yeah. And you think is because it was that type of city in Petersburg? Like, do you think that stuff is going on in more rural counties and where it's
Everywhere.
You think it's
Yeah,
everywhere?
I think it's going on, but I think the other part is, I used to say this a lot, I think this is real true now, is and it's not judge the people, but you can judge how serious a community is by how much crime they will tolerate.
Correct.
So in Petersburg, it was so apathetic that people had just given up. They could. Plus, the citizens could come to these meetings, but they never did. You know, it's like the city manager, the city council, all this kind of shit. But
just kind of giving up.
yeah, they just were just tired. I mean, like, what else can they do? Whereas in Chesterfield, if you live in a neighborhood and you take the time to go to a county supervisor meeting and they're talking about crimes down, you're like, shit, in my neighborhood, there was 20 cars hit with thefts from auto TFAs. You're like, crime ain't down, it's just picking up. You would like raise hell and they'd be like, hold up.
Yeah.
In Petersburg, plus the council was stealing money. I mean, they were losing $12 million they couldn't find when I left.
Yeah. Well, it was like a sieve.
All right, we got off track.
So
Sorry, so you're
I
like,
left,
fuck it, let's get in the army or whatever.
Yeah. Contracting.
So how did you even hear about this shit?
Well, I tried to go before my daughters were born, my 2 youngest, and I tried to go to Kosovo, but then that mission ended, and then Iraq started, and I tried to go to Iraq, and Sandra got pregnant, and then I couldn't go, and then I tried to go again, and she got pregnant, and I couldn't go, and then I left and went to Afghanistan.
Now, I mean, can you say who this is under? I mean, it's all private, I know.
Well, it was DynCorp. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I went with DynCorp.
Okay.
Who was it? Dino Corps?
DynCorp.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how was it? I mean, what did you? So
awesome money.
So you had the interest in going over there, and you wanted to do good in the world, and
well, I wanted. The thing on the team was, we're getting ready for the fucking Super Bowl.
That's right.
Right? We're getting ready for the Super Bowl. But we never fucking went.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. No, I'm with you.
I mean, there were some times that we hit houses and we got to use the fucking bangs and I got to crush doors and that was fun, but we really didn't get frisky. And that's
so you had the itch, bro.
Well, I wanted to know what I would do.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know. So I wanted to know.
You wanted to test the skill set.
It never happened.
In P-Town, you're saying?
In Petersburg.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had different rules of engagement anyway.
Well, yeah.
So if you're in a war zone, I mean, they're pretty much, I guess the mission is a little different.
It's a little different.
Were you on the SWAT team too? Mm-hmm. Okay.
In P-Town?
Yeah.
Yeah. We all got, at the end, everybody loses contact, but I mean, it was a tight squad for, And then
it was the Tweety deal that busted us up.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it was that the team was divided, but the team didn't know what the team was doing.
Oh yeah, damn.
Yeah, so we don't even have to go that route. So it was conflicting.
Blew my mind on that one.
And
so we were both on the right
fractured.
side. Yeah.
We were fractured.
You and I were
the
on
team
the right
was
side.
fractured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I remember in the weight room we were talking about it, and literally the whole team was divided. And basically, it was one part of the team was with Tweety, and part of the team was with Perkins.
Yeah.
But now looking back in hindsight, the guys that were with Tweety were the steroid guys, and the guys that were Perkins were the guys that.
Yeah, what's going on
fucking
here?
Steroids? What the fuck are you talking about? So, we didn't know we didn't know why we were divided.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So we just anyway.
And that's what it was.
Yeah. I mean, we knew the dude was on roids. We didn't know it was coming from the team commander.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they all were grouped in there together, and they were like, they should have known better. And then the department found out after the fact, and still nothing happened.
That's the worst part.
Fucking found out, and still nothing happened.
Well, yeah.
There's a lot of shit happened there. A lot of people should have gone to jail, not just with that, but everything, even my case, and I don't know, somehow it all swept under the rug.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, when you went, is it DACON? Is that what you said?
DynCorp,
sorry.
Yeah.
When you went, was it, did you have to have any kind of
So it was called a police
past
mission.
experience?
So basically, we were going over there to mentor police officers.
Okay.
Or to train up their Western-style police force.
Okay.
And so that was the concept. So you had to have police experience, law enforcement experience, come from a certain size agency.
Okay.
And then you went to a school they put on, right?
Yeah, Crucible in Fredericksburg.
Oh, wow. And then you went on over.
Correct.
So how many times did you go over?
4 contracts.
I didn't know that was 4. I thought you were like twice or something.
No, yeah.
Damn.
How long were the contracts?
11 months.
Oh, wow.
So did you go
Well, there were
consecutive?
12 months, but 11 with the.
Did you run it like a?
Yeah, 4 years straight, or was it a break?
Yeah, I went 09 to 13.
Okay.
Wow. And what part of you were in Afghanistan? What different parts? Yeah.
I was in the western part of Kabul, in an area called Jalrez and Maidanshar, which was like the vest bomb capital of Afghanistan. So we were a cop. Well, it changed its name. First, it was a cop Apache, and then it was cop Jalrez. But so we were outfitting like 23 kilometers west of Fob Airborne, which is like 2 hours out of Kabul proper. So, and then after that contract, we were embedded. And then my last contract, I ended up, so when I was embedded, I was in the same area. But the last contract, we were in Nangarhar, which is Jalalabad, which is right by the Tora Bora Mountains, which is Pakistan.
Wow.
And that was, we took over the border police training mission Blackwater. I guess we won the contract.
Right,
so
right.
We were transitioning into a Blackwater base. Lone Star, 5 Lone Star.
So what was your like daily routine, or were you just training these guys? And was it any real life scenarios, or were you guys
So at the last contract, we were at a academy. So it was actually like a base. So there were 450 students on 5 Lone Star. Every other place we went to village. So it was a whole different mission. It was a direct training. So basically you get assigned to village and you'd leave, like I was at Camp Phoenix then, but we'd leave Phoenix and we'd drive like an hour out into that was Shakadara, the Sugar Valley. So we'd go out to Shakadara and we'd mentor the police chief, and then we'd teach his soldiers or officers weapons. We'd teach them, really at that point it was teaching the chief how to manage his business.
Right.
So you'd manage his budget, you'd manage his inventory, you manage his arrests, you'd manage his paperwork to and from court, things like that. So we kind of built them up into a Western-style police force.
Well, how did they like that?
They didn't know. It was like, really, I mean, very nice people, but not the concept of their tribal mentality.
Right. We're trying.
So it
about your fruit experience. The fruit.
Okay, yeah. So, but they're very common people.
Right.
So, as an example, we'd teach them hygiene, and so you get out a bar of soap, and you put it in a bowl with water, and you lather it up, and they're going, "Whoa!" They thought it was magic.
Oh wow.
Or they thought it was acid burning skin because they never used soap. They didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So things like that, they'd have to get vaccinations, and they never had shots, and it was just very basic, very primitive education to farmers, because honestly, the majority of those guys had been kidnapped and flown across the other side of the country where they couldn't escape.
Damn.
And they didn't know anybody. So
Right.
you had kids 18, 19, 20 years old, and yesterday they were a farmer, and today they're on the line with an AK-47 and they're just shivering because their only experience is the Taliban coming into their village and killing people with AKs.
Yeah.
So they're afraid of this thing. And
Right,
they don't
I'm
want to
sure.
be, they didn't, oh, you want a job? Yeah, okay. Take them to the airport, put them on a plane, fly them from Kandahar over to Kabul.
Damn.
Wow.
So, it's,
I mean, that was like their way of kind of like a draft in a way.
oh yeah.
So I mean, plus they were probably had no job, so the idea of making some money to send it home was a pretty big deal to them, I guess, for family maybe.
Well, they didn't tell them. They were like, oh, you're a farmer? We got a farming job. Come on this truck.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you now. So there's no draft. It's like
No, they
it's like
just
basically
they lied to
an
them.
abduction.
Yeah.
Pretty
it was
much.
an abduction.
So they get over here and like, here's your gun, here's your training.
Right. And then you got Americans standing behind them with an M4. Hey, if that motherfucker turns around, we're gonna fucking shoot him.
Right.
They're like, petrified. And they shoot 30 rounds. That's how they qualify. And you're literally out there poking holes. All right, they qualified. Write his name down and move him through.
Damn.
Yeah, the shittiest fucking equipment. Chinese ass. You click it open and everything fucking comes apart. The fucked up Chinese handcuffs. You know what I'm talking about, man? With the big fish fucking keys. Yeah, come on. It's the shit they were giving them, man. Boots. Like, God. Anyway, what the fuck? Yeah.
So this was the Afghan army, the national army.
No. This was that. No, this is the police force.
I'm sorry. Shit. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. I'm picturing it. Yeah. So
it was like, like Party City type stuff. They were.
Oh, yeah, man.
So hang on. So you go to the village like, hey, dude, here's your handcuffs. He's got like 5 handcuffs, right? I mean, this is no disrespect.
No, they would go. They would. They would be trained, and then we'd give them equipment, and then you go back like a week later and say, hey, where's all the equipment? The Taliban came and took it.
Right. I got you. That's what I was trying to get around to. Yeah. No disrespect to the people. I mean, they had no idea. Yeah, and the tribal part of it is they just make local deals with each other.
Correct.
And it's probably like a couple tribes come together to form a bigger, coalition or something.
No. It's so each village is their own.
Right. So there's no central government. This is like,
Right. When you get out there's not really.
Right.
I mean, like our chief, he just happened to be the wealthiest guy. So, but he gambled. Like we didn't know at the time that his son had been kidnapped by the Taliban to pay gambling debts. Okay. And it was like, well, this is our guy.
Right. I mean, but literally somebody had to be more powerful. Each tribe or each local little town was probably more powerful than the other or something. Of course, the Taliban was behind the scenes, I guess, the whole time. But I mean,
it depended on how close they were to bigger cities.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they got together. Hey, let's like tribe. There's 3 tribes in the area. I mean, this is. I hate that you say it like this, but A, B, and C, they didn't have like any kind of communal trade or anything.
So they're really 3 tribes in all of Afghanistan.
Damn, so right. That's that's where I'm.
Yeah, but so when I say tribal, it's village, but a tribal mentality.
Gotcha.
So this village is its own.
Gotcha now.
System, and because that's where they live and they commune, and they don't travel a lot
outside.
No, they don't, not at all.
And here we are trying to like put our values on them. They're like, what the fuck is this?
Correct.
So when they brought him over from the other side, these guys were complete strangers. And when they brought him to these villages, were they seen as outsiders?
Who was brought?
We said these farmers were brought over and said,
oh, no. So that was, all right. So when the students were brought to the academy sites.
Oh, I got you. That's when they were.
Correct.
And was that from different villages, or was that they were kind of connected?
From a different part of the country. It'd be like going to California.
Yeah.
And recruiting people, putting them on a plane, flying them to Virginia because they know you don't know anybody.
And they were terrified.
Well, they just didn't know where to go. They didn't know anything. So now they're getting on the bus and they're kind of forced into this place. And yeah.
I mean, did they try to get the hell out of there, or they were?
Sometimes you had, but the walls were very tall.
Yeah.
So there really was no getting them back. You're done.
Yeah, once you're in. Yeah.
Jeez.
And a couple of times the buses that they brought them in on got attacked. So, here they come in and they'd already been blown up,
Damn. That is wild.
That's crazy, man.
So the academies, I get the village side. The academy side, are you training them to go to different
Well, they were
areas?
Basically, they were just going out to regions and fighting. Yeah, but they were fighting against armies.
Right.
Or not other police, or not against citizens.
Actually,
they were expected to do a whole lot more.
Wow. Was the training adequate? That was a 30 round with the pencils?
Yeah.
Damn.
So what is this all? Just like a
adequate. So here's the other thing. So
like a law enforcement annual fucking call, right?
So
it's not real training.
No, it's not. No. So we learned our lesson the first time in Afghanistan after Russia. We trained up the Mooj and we gave them our A game. Well, that's how Bin Laden became such a badass, because he was classically trained at A level. We had to go back and fight that same. So we learned our lesson. So now instead of teaching them A game, you teach them B or C.
Right.
Because if we got to come back, we can still fuck them up.
I got you.
But even a C or B game is better than
what they had,
who they're fighting against.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, not now. I mean, we left them a whole lot of shit.
Yeah. I can't even begin to understand that.
Yeah, but the village training, you go out, you get a mentor village, you bring them equipment.
That's pretty good. I like that part. Yeah.
You try and introduce computers. You try and get a power grid up.
Yeah.
And the other part of that was, in the community, you try and build a school, and you try and create infrastructure and things like that.
So that and the academy were kind of
two different contracts.
Two different things.
Mm-hmm. One was a Department of State contract, and the other one was a Department of Defense contract.
Okay, now I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So was the other one more rewarding as far as the village goes, and having, building schools and things like that?
There was so much corruption that there was no reward.
Really?
I mean, your only reward came every 28 days when you went to your bank account.
Damn. I mean, did anybody this sounds, me, man. going to that social work place.
Yeah.
Deep down.
We
I mean, you had to make some positive contacts with kids.
No, well, when we did our village assessments, and we had a group of the police officers that went out with us on patrol.
Yeah.
You really got to know them, and you befriended them.
Sure.
But and you trusted them, but they were embedded with the Taliban on so many different levels, and there was so much deep corruption, and we facilitated that, and we brought them the money. We brought them cash, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part's got to hurt.
Yeah, Karzai's own brother robbed the fucking bank of like $68 million. That was the whole payroll for the entire country. The army, the military, professors, doctors, everybody. $68 million. And the U.S. brought money in by the end of the week. Yeah. I mean, we and he was a CIA asset, the brother. Mm-hmm. And they could have spanked his dick anytime.
Inside job, man.
Well, they finally did, but yeah.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So you're over there. You know, obviously you said the 28th day is a good day, but I mean,
so in the district setting, you do have some takeaways from that, some positive engagements, and especially if you can go to a village and eradicate problems or alleviate problems.
Any hotties over there?
You'd be very surprised that, I mean, this is all you see, but then you get into the green area near the University of Kabul, and they take off all their burqas, and they're in high heels and jeans. And
right. So then, and
guys like you are like driving the MRAPs. Jesus Christ, oh my God. You couldn't see anything. You're in the back, but
yeah. I dig it, man. Oh, man, beautiful. People worldwide are beautiful, man.
But fucked up feet.
Really?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's the truth, man. I've seen some beautiful Afghan women, and head to ankle, and their feet are always jacked up, man. I don't know what the deal is.
Just the shoes or what?
I think it's, unfortunately, they walk barefoot really.
Yeah, it's probably rough on your feet. Yeah.
Even in the wintertime, they just have flip-flops.
Yeah.
Just doesn't match up.
Yeah.
Doesn't match up.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, but great people too. Very hospitable.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you did that for, you said 09 to
13.
13.
Yeah.
So what was the end of it for you? You said, I'm just no more. Can't do it no more. Or there's a certain.
No, I got hurt.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Got banged around. Yeah. And I'm okay with that because just before I was leaving out on vacation when I got hurt, and but just before I was leaving out on vacation, we had a series of attacks on our base, and they were very, very just intense, and I was ready to go.
Right, to like mortar rounds or
mortars, rockets, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Come out the wall.
Yeah. I mean, it I thought I was going to die a couple of times.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So you feel like that experience? I mean, we talked about it some, but like affected you as far as your PTSD or?
Oh, I was fucked up when I came back, man. I saw so much shit, like an air condition. Like if I remember being in a store and the store AC kicked on, it had that, and it was very reminiscent of an explosion just went off, and that's the
right that sound that
and a couple of times I'd just drop. My wife's like, "What are you doing?" Like, right, I'm here.
Yeah.
Just things like, I can roll down my window. Holy shit, because you got up armored windows, and you can't roll them down.
Yeah. I mean, that's a long time to be over.
Yeah, we became feral for sure. Yeah. We were living
I mean, you say you were training. That's why you were over there. But I mean, how many times were you under any kind of fire or defending yourself? Was that
Quite. We get attacked a lot.
really
Yeah.
in the villages, or was that more at the academy?
No. So at the academy, we got attacked a few times, but in the when we were out living on a cop in Jalrez, we got attacked pretty good. But we did some stupid things, and that was kind of a retaliation. But we had knocked down on the ridge lines of the mountains. They built up. The British showed them how to build rocks as markers,
Right.
and that's how they travel the mountain passes at nighttime. And we got up to, we were climbing up to, I think it was like 12,000 feet. And one of the Joes knocked down 3 or 4 of them. And our interpreter's like, that's bad. That's very bad. Right? Yeah, fuck these guys. What are they going to do? And that night we had like 250 fighters on the ridge line and shit. Right? Oh, shit. And Camp Conlin was just down the road, and of course their mortars didn't work, so they couldn't put up flares, they couldn't pop a loom, and they couldn't give us, anything.
Damn.
Yeah.
A sense that I'm just listening to this now, so thank God you're okay, of course. But what I mean is, there's a certain amount of they'll tolerate a certain amount of you being there instead of being exposed. And then when you go too far, like you're not there with their markers, they're like, hey, don't forget.
Correct.
We could do this every night, but we're not going to.
Right.
All right.
Now, how much? I mean, you guys are out on contract.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any contact with U.S. military during that time?
We were embedded. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were the civilian asset to them.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So they were there as a backup if something really went wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were with
I'm just saying you weren't out just out on your own.
No.
Yeah.
But when we were in Jalrez, we had the entire footprint of the little cop we were was probably your house to the roadway, and it was an old school, and it had been converted into a cop. But probably 21 to 25 of us all in total, and we were 23 kilometers from anybody. Yeah, and we were surrounded.
Yeah, you're out in the middle of
backside by
freaking nowhere.
mountains. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how
They
long-
had the high ground.
How long would you be out there like that? Time, 30 days or the whole time?
I think the longest we went was 9 weeks.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Without, because the roads were black, so the Chinese had the paving road contract, and then the Taliban had security. So they would, at nighttime, they would plant the bombs, make a map, and then the next day the Chinese would blacktop it.
Damn.
Yeah. So and we weren't allowed to engage the Chinese workforce, but of course we did, and that's when we'd find fertilizer, we'd find bomb making equipment, and the vehicles that were being transferred by the Chinese owned vehicles.
Gee, man.
So who's behind that?
I don't know. Taliban.
Yeah.
In cooperation with China.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's a bigger picture. I mean,
For sure.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what he's thinking. I mean, but shit, we don't know. Nobody really knows. But he's like, how would a Chinese company have a contract in Afghanistan and we're fighting against the Taliban? But yet
They're in North Africa.
I'm just saying, this is wild, man.
I know.
They're building the infrastructure.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And nobody has money, but they have mineral rights.
Yeah, that's right. Wow. I think we're all going to
Some of the oldest mines in the world are in Afghanistan, in North Afghanistan.
We just pissed it all away.
Yeah, I mean, they're very wealthy, but it's all on the ground.
Yeah.
And now it's what China wants. It's what we want.
Yeah, we pulled out.
Well, I mean, what the fuck were we doing there?
Well,
I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, really. I mean, I know I was there. I was making a lot of money, but
Yeah, it was the initial, right? I got you on that.
but why were we still there? I remember in 2013, the security manager at Lone Star. He was a DynCorp guy. He had interviewed with another company, and he was trying to go to another program, LogCap, and which was a logistical support program, and a $1 billion contract. And he was trying to get a security manager job there, and he talked about how they just signed a security contract that went through 2023. This was in 13.
Wow.
God damn.
So they knew the long terms, and 23 were out.
Right.
Or a new contract, but we're at least going to be there another 10 years.
Correct.
Yeah.
People getting paid, bro.
Right. So, why were we there? I mean,
Who was paying you?
The government.
the government.
Really?
So, yeah, you did so the State Department, I guess, you did one other State Department and Department of Defense.
I did a couple of State Departments.
Yeah, so they'll actually they'll put out to a highest bidder who can provide a security team for us.
Or for this contract, we need to have trainers. We need to have this. We need to have that.
Right,
Your
right.
company can hire and vet these people and train them and bring them over. Okay. So we'll pay you $500,000 for every boot that you put on the ground. And then they turn around and pay us $150,000, and the company keeps
The rest.
It's a lucrative business.
Oh, yeah.
It's a war machine, man. I mean,
But you have no idea at the time. As far as the bidding goes.
Not right. I learned that quickly after I got there, though.
Yeah.
But still, you made some good money.
Yeah, I made decent money.
Yeah. So, I mean, looking back now, everybody asks us, would you do anything different? I mean, you think you'd still wanted to have gone over there?
No, because I missed watching my kids grow up. I missed a whole lot of the developmental years of my son that I can't ever get back. I watched my daughters grow up on Skype.
Yeah, I dig that now. Yeah.
That is not worth it.
No, I dig that part.
But for me, selfish Will, fuck yeah. I'd be there in a heartbeat, man. It like calls to me.
I
miss it so bad. And I talk to guys, and they're the same way.
Yeah, I think, that's cool. Yeah.
And I don't even know why, but I mean, I have an agony for not being there.
Yeah, I can dig that.
But it was like your feet hanging off of the edge of the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think
you could do anything you fucking wanted, or however creative you could be. You could do anything. Anything.
I don't want to go that far. Let's not go
Well, I mean,
there.
there's no, yeah.
I'm
no
kidding.
laws, no one watching you behind your back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so many side hustles, so many, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You had to be creative sometimes to solve your own problems.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Afghanistan, Ukraine. I mean, it makes sense. Some of the most corrupt places on the planet.
Yeah, heavy corruption in the Afghan government. I mean, Karzai was
Yeah, so you get in that environment. It's almost like we were talking about with Petersburg. I mean, and I'm not comparing the two. Like, it's not Afghanistan, but what I mean is, if you went to an agency where everybody followed the rules and all that, you'll start drifting that direction.
Sure, the culture.
Yeah, in the culture over in like Petersburg or some of these other countries where there's less order. I think we could say that because it has the highest crime rate. Let's say, still does, Petersburg. Yeah. And the department at the time, around about now, was pretty corrupt. So people that's where you go.
And it was just this.
And so if Afghanistan's the same thing, you get there and you're like, hey, I'm an American. I'm here to do good. And every time you turn around, there's like corruption after corruption after corruption.
And my eyes were opened.
To the world,
we think that everybody loves us, man. The rest of the world fucking hates us.
I was going to ask you, how did everybody look at you?
Man, so I got lucky. When I first got there, I got put on a team that mentored a general. He was the general over uniformed police services. So I was at the police headquarters in Kabul. I got lucky because I was from Texas. The guy that was mentoring the general, his partner was on end of mission break. So he was out for 30 days and he wasn't coming back. So he needed a new partner. So they're like, hey, this guy's from Texas. They'll get along. So they threw me in. I should have gone straight out to the field, but I got this really, really cush gig right off the bat. So I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
The general, you got that cushy job with the general.
Yeah,
and
no,
you
I
got to see
forgot
the
what was-
world, a different view of the world.
So that job, I learned a lot about the corruption.
Right.
I learned a lot about the relationships between different governments and the Afghan government, that everybody had their own piece of the pie, even
Right.
though it was not a U-POL mission, ISAF. So one of the details I got put on was the presidential election. So I was the U.S. Rep for the U-POL team. So France, Italy, Holland, Turkey.
Damn.
So I was the U.S. guy because the guy I had replaced, he was on that team. So my very first day, hey man, it's cool. All these, what's going on?
All these dignitaries and shit.
Well, there were other cops,
Right.
but they were like, it was like the fucking commander of the fucking Dutch police force.
Right.
You know, fucking out of my element, big time.
You're just like Joe shit the rag man.
Right, you know, I was like, wow, I feel really out of place. So I come in, okay, nobody knows anything about me. Hey, let me just introduce myself. Let me get to know these guys. What are we working on? Mm-hmm. And I barely sat down at the table, and one of the French guys is like, hey, Yank, run outside and get us some fucking coffee.
Shit.
And I was like, what the fuck did you just say? And he said, listen, shut your mouth. The only reason you're here is for your pocketbook.
I said, fuck you.
We're going to make sure what happens. The only reason you're here is because you guys write the checks. I was like, what the fuck? Are you shitting me? I didn't know how to react.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck, man. That's a lot to take in. And
That's crazy.
I'd be like, yo, bro, go fuck yourself.
I reacted the way I usually react. And I said, okay, that's cool. We're grown men, man.
Here we go.
We can fucking handle this one way. We'll walk right outside. We'll see who the fuck wins, and we'll come right back in and see if you want me to bring you fucking coffee.
Yeah.
So the Dutch guy pulls me aside. He saw my name. And I said, what the fuck is up, man? He goes, listen, you're not really popular. I said, me? He goes, no, the U.S.
Damn.
Like, this is a worldview, brother. You're like the fucking Karen of countries because you won't keep your fucking nose out of everybody's business.
There you go. Yeah.
Wow, I guess that's fucking true. Hard pill to swallow. But this is the truth. So after that was like an icebreaker for us. And so I learned a lot.
You weren't caring no more for them.
No. And, we got along. So in that election process, so we were working up, it was called the Ring of Steel was the name of the security program. And it was like 3 concentric rings. And basically the U.S. had the outside, U-POL had the inside, and on the inner inside was going to be Afghan forces. So they were supported by the different layers.
Right.
But fuck, man, it was a shit show. The election didn't go off, thank God, but it was just another fucking program that we spent a lot of money on that was a failure.
Yeah.
And just a lot of programs there were failures that didn't, because everybody had their own job tasking. We put in the money to pay for something, and we'd start, let's say, a school. We deliver money to the workers. They'd buy the supplies they need. Construction would get started. The job manager would fucking take the money. He escaped. He fled. He did what? He fled. He escaped. Where's the money? He took it. Oh. So you report his ass, and it turns out that he's the fucking third cousin to the minister of whatever.
Yeah.
And so now we can't do shit.
It's all connected.
Right.
That's crazy.
So you bring another $500,000 out there to pay the new crew.
Repeat the cycle.
Repeat the cycle. Now you're $1 million in. So you go to Turkey because they're in charge of the provincial reconstruction, which is like medical schools, whatever. And yeah, we'll build a school. Where is it? it's in Alaquil or it's wherever. Oh, they already started building a school. We can only go to sites where there hasn't been a school started. And it's like, well, yeah, but here's what happened. Yes, we understand, but they don't use our same construction methods. Well, why didn't we just use you to begin with?
Yeah.
So it's all this chasing your tail for bullshit, and now you have a half-built school with like no sidewall, no electricity, and kids are in it, and you're like, is that roof gonna fall? It's very possible. And there are like 50 kids in there.
Jesus.
Like, what are we doing? So it was, that was kind of disingenuous, and they trusted us, and we plenty of times let them down.
But I mean, for them, though, was that like something they'd never seen before? So that new for them, or did they know it was half-ass?
No, they didn't know.
Yeah.
It was like the Taj Mahal for them.
Right.
It really was, because their buildings were made out of mud. You know, or cow shit, or whatever it is, and but that's the truth. They're culottes, man. They're fucking 1,000 years old, made out of mud and cow shit, and they're still standing.
Well, that tells you something,
Yeah.
man.
Right?
Yeah, no, I just the way you said it made me laugh. I mean, it is disingenuous. It's really sad, but most people have no idea what the fuck's going on over there.
Right. And for the girls, it was great because they finally got to go to school. They finally, because they're not going to get educated.
Yeah, I mean, but you dig what I'm saying, right? Like, so if you were to tell somebody or ask them, and I try to stay a foot of shit because I just like politics, and I like to be aware of what I think, what the world's going, what is going on in the world. But bottom line is, the picture you paint is a whole hell of a lot different than what you're going to see on, Fox News.
I'll tell you one thing, man. My general. So you remember the UN bombing? It happened in, I think, the UN guest house is what it was. Like, was it September-ish of 2009? Maybe November of 2009, maybe early 10. I can't remember. But the general were mentoring. So basically, some bad guys were dressed in police uniform, and they went in and they blew up the UN guest house to act of terrorism. Mm-hmm. That's what was said on TV. But that's not what the fuck happened. And I was telling my son that was an NDA I had to sign with the fucking FBI counterterrorism team. And so our general responded with his troops. It was just around the corner. It was in the green zone. So they were bad guys in vest bombs in the police uniforms, okay? Well, the ANA, the Army, also responded. So now there are these two competing forces. No, this is my scene. No, this is my scene. Well, the chief, he trumped them. He was there first. He had position. He sent snipers up high to take advantage of the high ground. And the Army bullied their way into trying to engage these people. So before these people got there, what happened was the bad guys are walking down the street, okay? Mm-hmm. And the UN guest house has Gurkhas as security. Everybody used the Gurkhas for security. It's their country national security, okay? So cat corner down the street is Wally Karzai's compound. He too has Gurkhas, okay? So they have a shooting line like this, right? Mm-hmm. So the bad guys are walking down the street, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. So they're talking to the Gurkhas over here. The Gurkhas realize that, these are bad guys, so they start cranking off rounds. The Taliban hides, okay? The Gurkhas down here think they're getting shot at. Mm. So they engage the Gurkhas here. The Gurkhas like, these are bad guys down there. So now they're firing at each other. People report it. Now the police chief comes, and it's very confusing because the guys are in police uniforms, okay? But they're basically caught in the middle of this firefight, and then here comes the police department. So they're surrounded. They have no place to go. So there are two of them. Here comes ANA, okay? ANA bullies their way in. So here's the guest house. Here are the bad guys. Here's ANA. ANA is not listening to the chief. The chief's like, this is my scene, calm down. We'll engage them. We've got them talked down. Mm-hmm. We've got them talked down. They're going to come to us and surrender. somebody in the Army didn't like that bullshit and pulls out a fucking RPG and shoots it at these guys. He hits one, the guy blows up. Okay.
Yeah.
The other guy runs fleeing toward the UN guest house because it's his avenue of escape.
Mm-hmm.
Reload, another RPG into the UN guest house. And they blow that motherfucker up.
God damn.
The ANA. Dude gives himself up, okay? So everything that happened or was told on TV is not what happened. It was not the bad guys running it trying to blow it up. It was them running from the ANA who had deployed RPGs. So, yes, what you see and hear on the news is 100% bullshit.
Wow.
Yeah. What they want you to hear.
Right. And we had to sign NDAs. And then the kids got cool fucking Kabul embassy shirts and, you know, cool embassy jacket. I got to go to the gift shop and all that kind of shit, you know.
For signing that shit?
Yeah, the cool FBI agent.
Then we just blow it by you talking about it on here?
Huh? I don't care. I signed an NDA years ago, bro.
Yeah. All right. You think it's legal or what?
What? The NDA?
To talk about it now.
I don't know.
We're fucked.
Nah, I mean, enough people have to know about it.
Yeah. Jeff knows about it.
Damn, I got my neck tight now. I got some
my
nerves.
NDA's over, bro.
I'm fucking with you, dog.
It was over 10 years ago.
Time I hear the feds talk, man, I'm like, I was interviewed by the FBI, man. Yeah,
Chances up a little bit.
they want to interview me. I was like, I thought I was giving them fucking info about the bird. They had me set up like I was the fucking suspect.
Yeah.
But I took my boy with me, Vance Richards. Because we were in the lawsuit together. Mm-hmm. I didn't tell them we both were coming. It fucked them all up.
Fucked them all up.
I mean, we didn't do it on purpose. Because we were like, hey, let's just go talk to them together. Right. And we get then the guy's like, what is this? I'm like, this is the guy in the lawsuit. We're fucking here to talk about the corruption. This is unexpected. So I'm sitting there, and the main guy's not talking to me. These FBI, 2 FBI agents and a fucking state police agent. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? I mean, am I on? What are y'all trying to do here, bro? I know the fucking techniques. What are we doing?
That's right. Were they throwing reed on you?
Yeah, they're trying all kinds of stupid shit. I'm like, dude, come on, man. You're talking to the biggest bullshitter on the planet, man. But I was more offended. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? I'm trying to give you info about the corruption in the bird.
Yeah. And
you're fucking like trying to interrogate me. I was like, am I free to leave?
Yeah.
And the guy was like the fluorescent sock cat. Mm-hmm. He's drinking a big gallon of water on top. The state trooper. I'm like, bro, you're supposed to be intimidating?
Come on, man.
I'm dead serious. This shit happened.
Chugging water?
Yeah, because you don't, steroids or creatine. That big ass gallon of water,
Yeah. He had to get his...
Yeah, he had to show it off.
6 liters a day,
Drinking all this water, boy. You gonna confess.
Did you confess?
Old country boy. Fuck, to what?
Exactly. Fuck those guys.
I was like, what is this shit, dude? Are you fucking serious right now?
You slap his water off the table?
So, no, he was pretty big. Yeah, man. I would have fought. I'll fight fucking anybody.
You should have pissed in his water bottle.
Yeah.
They never left me alone, bro.
Like, remember that dude who pissed in the chicken grease?
I remember a guy who pissed in a Gatorade bottle, put it in a trash can, and 4th Street got written up. That was me. I wish I'd had the fucking. I wish I was smart enough to pull the. Because Gilstrap's like, are you telling me this is piss, but this is Gatorade? I should have said, yeah, it is, and took a big swig of it. It's my piss. I didn't think about it until after the fact.
It's sterile.
So I said, so what is there a law against me pissing? You lock the goddamn bathroom down here.
Why would they lock the bathroom?
Dude, when you left.
So they wrote you up for peeing in a bottle?
Yeah.
And that was in the trash?
Yeah. That makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense.
But I was on double secret probation from the steroid czar.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
And his little minions.
Yeah.
Little Papa Smurf, what they called him.
Wow, that guy, man. Yeah.
All right. So I guess we got to wrap this shit up at some point.
Yeah, we got to.
So, you got somewhere to be?
Nope.
I'm fucking. I do. I got to go to sleep.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's tired.
gotta tell them the fruit story.
Fruit story.
Oh,
The fruit
you mentioned
story.
that earlier.
So we were mentoring this general, okay, and he had some other U.S. and other contractors in his office. So we're eating. He kind of puts on a little spread. Everybody gets the chai, the tea, and he's got grapes and nuts and raisins and almonds and things like that. Just kind of their little what they have when they have meetings. So everybody's eating the grapes, and the fucking grapes are fantastic, man, because the every tree there is like 1,000 years old.
That's badass.
So the peaches are fantastic. The grapes are good. I mean, the food is fantastic. It's no GMO, no bullshit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Vegan.
it's as if it's supposed to taste, right?
Right.
So these grapes, never had anything like it, man. They're fucking awesome. And even the raisins, which are made from the grapes, were great. And the chai is awesome. And it's like, fuck, man, it's cool, man.
You made it, bro.
We need to
Made
have
it,
more
right?
meetings.
We need to have more meetings. And so I'm the new guy, and I'm kind of watching everybody, seeing how it's done, seeing what I should say, see what I shouldn't
Is
say.
everybody else eating the shit?
Everybody's just munching.
All right,
We're all talking.
I thought maybe they were
right?
setting you up. All right.
So I got to go piss. So I'm like, where's the Tosh knob? It's down the hall, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I go in.
The Tosh knob.
That's what it's called. And
Speak the language, man.
and
Day one, baby.
yeah,
Step
day
on the
one.
mic.
And so I go in there and I'm pissing. And they don't have toilets, man. They got fucking holes in the ground with like porcelain foot marks and a hole because they just squat in the fucking hole. Or they piss in the hole. And they got this little bidet sprayer. So I'm pissing in the hole. And there's this guy in the stall beside me. And he's kind of clunking around, not paying attention. And
I mean, is there any wall between y'all?
yeah, it's a wall, but at the bottom,
Oh, God.
there's like, so
Space.
you could see each other's feet.
Yeah.
So he sprays my feet with the fucking hose, and I'm like, "Hey, man, what the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
And oh, sorry, sir. And I fucking step around the corner, and it's the chief's chai boy. And what the fuck is he doing? So I look down, and on the bathroom floor, he has piles of grapes, and he's rinsing them off with a fucking bidet sprayer from the shitter, and he's taking the wet grapes. Now, mind you, he brought them in there on newspaper.
Yeah.
He sprays them, and he puts them on the fucking foot placement right beside the fucking shithole. Okay?
All right.
And he's spraying them off, and he's putting them there. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I haul ass back to the meeting, and I'm like, hey, stop eating the fucking grapes. Don't eat the fucking grapes. And my partner's like, yeah. Huh? I'm like, don't eat the grapes. Spit it out. And there's like a colonel, a captain, and he sees me, and he gives me this fucking, like, fuck you stare.
Now, this is the Afghani cat or the American?
No, American. And like I said, I'm new. So I look at my partner, Jeff, and he's like, what's up? I said, don't eat the fucking grapes, man. And here's the chief. He's like, he's got an interpreter, so he doesn't know what we're talking about. But
So, I mean, so the guy's not interpreting your shit.
no.
Okay.
He's interpreting what the captain's saying, but the captain's feeling like we're cross-talking in front of him, which is
shit.
embarrassing him. I mean, the colonel, sorry. And I'm like, don't eat the grapes. He said, don't be rude. You need to, don't be disrespectful. And he calls me out in the meeting. I'm like, well, fuck you then. Eat all the fucking grapes, you douchebag.
No shit.
And so they're fucking munching down these grapes. And every time Jeff reaches, I said, don't eat the fucking grapes, dude. So he's like, not a problem, I trust you. So after the meeting's over, the general leaves, and we're standing there. He goes, don't you ever embarrass me like that again. And I said, man, hold your fucking horses. I'm trying to tell you that the chai boy was washing the fucking grapes in the toilet. Fuck you.
What did he say?
He's like, well, like, why didn't you say something? Bitch, I fucking tried. Jeff's like, thanks, brother. But they're just, they don't, they're just common people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Chris was that when first I heard this.
Yeah. Fucking in the floor, bro.
That is crazy.
I mean, they were mean to anything, bro.
Well, yeah. If you get scratched over there, it take months for the scratch to heal.
Yeah.
I mean, it just like they burn shit for heat, so that's why it's all foggy. I mean, Kabul is surrounded by 6,000-foot mountains.
Yeah.
You know, it's in a bowl, so nothing goes. That's why the mosquitoes aren't there, because they can't get over the mountains.
And the shit.
Well, but they literally at nighttime you can't see at night. Because there's just so much haze and it's all fucking burning human shit.
That's got to be a unique smell.
It smells like the fifth day in the hot sun at fucking Coachella, you know? Like, Jesus Christ.
God.
Nothing but like puke, shit, and failure, you know? Just all in one. Been boiling in the hot fucking sun.
I mean, so, yeah, that's all my ass.
It doesn't smell great. Now, in the mountains, when we're in the Kush, it was very nice. It was beautiful.
But at the academy, do they bathe there and shit, take on Western values and shit? Not values, but, you know, customs.
We tried to instill that, but they would bathe. They were forced to bathe, and they were forced to kind of indoctrinate.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm just curious. I mean,
But it was, it was sketchy, man. It was just fucking sketchy. Because we had Afghans that were the internal security, and, you know, they, like, what's going on? Oh, one Afghan just shot another one. What happened? Well, he stabbed this one in the neck because he picked up his rifle.
Right.
It's just primitive. You know, it's my gun.
Yeah.
Don't they work together? Yeah, but he stabbed him right in the throat.
Man.
God damn.
Yeah, I learned a lot of cool shit. I've fucking I packed that wound in his throat, and then we had to help. Like a couple of times they got blown up coming in, so I got to put in a chest tube and cut down and then put it in. You know, that was fucking wild. Yeah.
Damn.
That's some wild shit.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm not laughing at them, but it's just like,
Yeah, I mean, hell no. It's just it's hard for the
putting
average
grapes
person
in your.
to think about it, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it really is.
putting
I think
a
going into the
tourniquet on
average,
is
like-
different than, you know, putting it on for training. You
So,
know?
so that was a tourniquet, like what, a bombing?
Yeah, they hit an IED. Yeah, so like about 10 dudes in the middle of the bus had been all fucked up.
Man.
And they drove the bus in, and then, you know, we got them off. And yeah.
So the guy that got stabbed in the throat, did he live?
No.
Okay.
Now, he lived for a little bit. They
Yeah.
got him over to the a fob. No, they got him to a camp, and but he died.
Damn.
He died.
Now-
But I don't know how hard they were.
When something like that happened, did they look toward y'all to be like the saviors? Like,
The Afghans?
yeah. Like when the IED went off, did they come to y'all, straight to y'all, and be like, oh, they can help us? Or was it just,
Well, they were.
or y'all just the first ones to help?
Yeah, I mean, they were looking to us to help them, but they were very, I mean, they're fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't really have any options. But
I guess what I'm asking is that no one else would have helped them.
Oh no, they, well, yeah, I mean, outside those walls, it was like Indian country.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I mean, they had a police station right across from us, and they got fucking fucked up one night. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were, and then they attacked us. So they fucked on the police station, then took all their munitions, and then fucked on us.
Damn.
Yeah, like for 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when, man, fucking rockets and mortars were just coming in. So I was my job was I was over the security over the student housing and the mosque that they had. So they had it was during, I guess it was during Ramadan, so they had just come back from eating. They could only eat at night. And that day, they had fired the Afghan colonel because they found out he was Taliban. So as retaliation, they attacked that night. So they fucked on the police station. So we had our base defense. Everybody deploys. So then I had a guy an American at every building. And then I was having to go back and forth and, you know, communicate with comms and then QRF and, they need ammo and why is the light on in that building, shit like that. So I was just running around, and then they started dropping in rockets and mortars. And thank God it was a Blackwater site because they really, the K-span buildings, which is looks like a hangar, like a shell clam, you know. So it's a round roof, but inside it was like a concrete bunker.
Damn.
Like the walls were like 2 feet thick. I mean, it was incredible. So if you were inside, you were safe from just about anything. But I was on the outside.
Yeah.
I was stuck in between two buildings, and the rockets were coming in. And I remember I was like, "Fuck, is this how I'm gonna die?" You know, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it looked cool as shit. You know, it was like the explosions were going off. And I could see the rise. I could see the wall. You could see, tracer fire going out. And the fucking tracer fire fucking coming in. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this is wild as shit.
Yeah.
And then the other side is, man, you got your fucking Super Bowl, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I remember I was up against the wall of the K-span, and man, I thought my brain was playing with me because the whole wall was just vibrating. Well, it was moving like this. Mm-hmm. And I could feel it behind me. I was like, and the ground was it was like the ground was not under me. The ground was under me. The ground was not under me. The ground was under me. And I was like, man, my brain is just fucking with me so bad right now.
Yeah.
This can't be happening. I can't be seeing the wall move like an S, like that. And it wasn't until I saw this little video on, I don't know where it was, maybe YouTube, but they had a speaker inside a vehicle, and they set it to a certain frequency, and you could see the top of the door bend and the window bend through the vibration.
Yep.
And I was like, holy fuck, that's exactly what the wall did.
God damn.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, those fucking explosions were closer than I thought they were, like, holy fuck. So, but yeah, I remember that went on for like 2 hours, man. Your adrenaline was way the fuck up. And then like you'd run to a building, and then like energy, like combat fatigue, like your legs were fucking jello. Mm-hmm. And you ran like 10 feet.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And you get, and you fucking run to the next point. And I remember I rolled my ankle. I thought I broke my ankle. I was in fucking flip-flops. He attacked us like 2 a.m. We were playing fucking cards. And I remember, I guess like 2 hours in, I was just like beat up, man. I was just so fucking tired. And I was exhausted. I just unzipped my vest, and I was like, because I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I just laid back, and I was like, fuck, if they're going to fucking come get me, if they're going to kill me, they're going to fucking come get me.
Yeah.
And then we started getting a loom, so the fucking sky would light up for like 45 seconds, really bright. You can fucking see shit. I was waiting to fucking see people. And then it's pitch black. You're like, motherfucker. Did I just see somebody over there?
No, I bet.
Like, and your brain is just fucking with you. Yeah. So that was like 2.5 hours.
So did I guess they stopped and daylight hit, or?
Yeah, I think they ran out of ammo.
Damn. And then so really nobody was coming to help you?
No. Mm-mm. No.
That's you're on your own.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yo-yo. So that was the last call that comms would put out, the TAC office or the radio, right? On the PA, they'd say, adios, yo-yo, motherfucker. And then you knew that was it. Adios, you're on your own, motherfucker.
Damn.
That was like our code for we've been overrun. Mm-hmm. You just get the fuck out. Damn. So that's why I was just like waiting.
Yeah. And that's when they ran out, and
yeah, I don't.
it just slowly kind of like dissipate, or was it just?
Yeah, it just ended.
Damn.
Yeah. It did slowly dissipate because the rockets stopped, the mortar stopped, and then it was like harassment fire, and then that was like, it was like you're watching a microwave popcorn, and it's and then it slows down. Yeah. It was like, is it 30 seconds now? Is it too long?
Yeah.
So then it was over. I remember we ate our asses off, man. We raided the fucking kitchen, man. Yeah.
So all right. So you make it through all this, and you talk about a little bit of that PTSD, being in the store and stuff.
Oh, dude, I was seeing like in the snow. So they would make markers beside the road and like stack up stones or rocks. And from a distance, that's where the trigger guy could see where you were.
Yeah.
And okay, they're here. If I would dial the phone now, the lead is going to be 700 meters over here. By the time they get to here, if I press it and they're here, now they've exploded. So you're always constantly looking for that shit, and you become hyper aware. And I remember it had snowed. I'd just come back, and it had snowed. And on the side of the road where they had pushed the snow off with a snow plow, the snow had kind of made little piles.
Yeah.
And thin piles. And I was convinced, like I kept hitting the brakes, and I remember my wife was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, man, there's another fucking marker. There's another marker. There's a marker. And in my mind, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my memory was bad. Like I forget where we're going. Hey, we're going to the mall. Where are we going again? The mall. Where are we going again? I'd always forget. But yeah.
You think it was like some TBI, or you think it was more just...
Part of it was TBI because I got my head knocked around pretty good. But the other thing I think was just trying to process, like it was like I didn't feel comfortable driving over a bridge. I didn't, if there was a culvert, like, man, we got to stop. We got to check that.
Yeah.
Like I was just hyper aware of everything, and not necessary. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, wait,
I'm here.
Fuck.
Yeah. I mean,
But
so,
you've been back for 6 months, but you still fucks with you.
Oh, yeah.
Not now, but now
so you think it was just time, or did you seek some assistance or help, or?
it was a little both. It was a lot of time, and then you're on meds, and the meds are problematic, and
Sure. Yeah.
you almost become unemotional.
Yep.
And hyper unemotional, and I didn't like that. But yeah, I got lucky. After time, I had a lot of social anxiety, but I got into security, personal security, and after I got back, and I was lucky enough that I had a few clients that cared about my health. So I was able to take advantage of some, gifts, gifts that helped me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that therapeutic things, and it was very beneficial and so easy. If that was something that I could have done right at the beginning,
Would have made a big difference.
yeah, it would have. It would have. I wouldn't have been as distant.
Yeah.
I didn't. That kept me from catching back up with friends when I came back. I was very. I just didn't. I didn't want to be around anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was for years. 5, 6, 7. 8 years.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's a lot of, as you look back over time, but I mean, you probably have grown from all this too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're definitely a different person now than you were when we started back in 2000.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're all different, but yeah, I
I
think
agree.
In the moment when you're going through hell, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I suffering like this? Or why am I going through this? But then when not everybody comes out the other side first.
Yeah.
But when you do come out the other side, because you have that, that humility, and it humbles you.
It certainly does.
Yeah, and then you come out and you're like, damn, there is something more. I mean, to me, it's a spiritual awakening.
Yeah, there's a lot of self-reflection.
Right.
There's definitely, yeah.
And you come out the other side a better person, but, having taken on the struggle.
Yeah, the struggle but that's the, I don't know.
That's the journey, man.
I guess it is.
Now, I mean, it doesn't mean that that's the path you necessarily looking back, like, did I really need to do all this? But you can't change time, but you can always reflect on that and be like, hey, I grew from this, and now what can I do to press this forward for somebody. Like say somebody else comes over, like any kind of vet or somebody over, even a cop with PTSD, and you're like, hey, I've lived through this shit, brother. Here's my hand. Let me help you out of this. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of why we have you on the show, man. That's the hill is, bear that burden, recover, and help reach back.
It's difficult, man.
The journey or the reaching back?
The journey.
Yeah, the journey ain't no joke.
Especially for guys like us, because we get so pissed off so easily.
Bingo.
And for me, man, I used to really live in that and be good at being an asshole. I was really good at being an asshole.
Yeah, so was I.
And so it there's growth there. Well, maturity, growth, but also, it's nice not to choose violence. I like peace.
Yeah.
I like peace.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of like the warrior monk, your warrior monk. And, that's the light, dark, good, evil.
That's it, brother.
Yeah.
Stories as old as time.
I mean, you can feed the wolf of light just like you can feed the wolf of darkness. They're both hungry.
That's right.
And, it's just, that's the choice.
Well, and the other part of this, and this is like Jordan Peterson, so somebody who's never got to know the dark side of themselves, and I had to say a weak man, but I don't mean just physically weak, but a weak period. They've never taken that chance to live that life. So, now some people on the opposite, some people will go too far with it. But what I'm getting around to is, in your case, in our case, people who, in different circumstances, know that part of us exists, and we like to quell it and keep it down now, whereas before it pushed us forward. I used to live on hate and anger, man. It was just, not when I was home, I didn't think I did, but I always had that other deep seething feeling like I gotta get this person, I gotta do this, I can't let this person get the better of me, or in a fight, you got to fight for your life. You can reach into that too. But then if you're lucky enough to be humbled, and I've been humbled many times, but if I can, look back over myself and do that self-reflection, like, dude, I don't have to live like this no more. Then you offer a lot of good to a lot of people.
You stop wasting time.
Yeah, that's even better. Stop wasting time with the bullshit.
Yeah, it's it's very. I think a lot of that has to do with our coping mechanisms have been eroded.
Yep, I agree with
so
that.
Far away, and we cope with things in a fucked up way. We laugh at messed up stuff.
That's true.
That's the life. And so I found myself that when my life was calm, that's when I was in chaos.
Bingo.
And
the silence, man, the silence.
When it was chaos, I'm talking about the 1033s, the fucked up crazy shit. Everything just turned to glass.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can function here.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
That's like fucked up. That's messed up. But then that translates into your personal life too.
Yeah.
And then you create things and you manifest things that normally you would why are you even thinking like that?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Just to reach that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to create the chaos.
Yeah, because you're a trauma junkie.
Yeah,
you're trauma junkie. There's no other job in the world where you go to a fucking club to, hey, why are they still people in the parking lot? All of a sudden somebody's cranking a gun off behind your head. Yeah. You turn around and now you pull your gun out and you're in a foot chase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're like,
yeah, that's real life.
That's and they're like, why the fuck am I running after this guy? He just shot at me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you don't.
That's what you chase, though.
Right, you're chasing that monster.
Yeah, and there is no chase quite like chasing another human. That's what I think Mark Twain said. Once you've hunted, there is no other hunt that's more rewarding than chasing, hunting another human. Like if you're a cop chasing a bad guy, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
So that's pretty deep.
It is.
That is pretty deep.
Yeah, you chase that demon, bro. And I could almost, just part of me, there's a few things I'd like to let go, but I'm just like, don't want to yet. I'm going to hold on to them.
Right. But because at the end of the day, I mean, the reality is that we're only like this because we're choosing to be fucking nice to people.
That's a good way to look at it. That's true. That's true. Because we don't have to be.
Right.
Nah, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I'm fighting to be a good person.
Correct. Every fucking day.
Yeah, the other thing would be a lot easier for me to do.
Right. It's what I know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, my toolbox is vast, but man, I love that fucking hammer, you know?
Yeah, I ain't gonna let it go. Right? You know, I don't think you should ever let it go because you may need it one day.
Right. But also it's who I am. You know what I mean? Like I have to, I bounce back and forth.
You made the hammer. It's not like
Yeah. And the hammer made me, you know?
That's in the Bible, I think.
I don't know.
Iron sharpens iron.
But it
is. It's in the
right.
Bible.
Yeah, you're right. But
Damn, I never thought that, man. That's fucking deep. I mean, I know what it meant, but until you just said it, it's like, it's true. And Eric said you made the hammer. Mm-hmm. You are the hammer, bro. And then we got the mechanic, boy, working with you. All right, let's call this shit.
tune them up.
The mechanic.
We never got the noggin, but that's okay.
We'll get there. Oh, yeah, I have a feeling you'll be a regular.
Hit him again.
Already did.
Spray him.
Already did. Watch out for that fence. Hello.
we'll have a part 2 for sure.
Oh my God.
This might have to be 2 parts any goddamn way.
Nah, it's good.
He'll edit a lot of shit out.
A couple of them, I think the non-disclosure probably should come out. I was listening to a guy on the. You want to end this real quick?
Go ahead.
Well, on a Sean Ryan show, and he was really, really worried about disclosing something. Mm-hmm. I just know when the algorithm, I really don't care, but the algorithm, like, it's going to pick up.
Oh, NDA?
Yeah.
NDA?
Is that the same as the
3-4-methylene dioxide methane?
NVA?
Oh, that's MDMA.
MD.
What about NVA? NVC. I went to cut this part out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just keep it in here. The North Viet Cong.
I'm not cutting anything out.
We're all going to hell.
He's got bulls. He's a liverman.
Yeah, he got some bowls.
Okay.
All right, so usually we end it with something positive. I think we covered that with
the coffee cup was positive.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't have it with you, but
Yeah, you get a coffee cup and
It's full.
it's
of coffee.
special coffee.
full of that special breed of weeds. So, coffee grounds.
Yeah, you're right. Is that the one that the cat eats the berries out of the tree and shits it out?
That's the one you eat.
That's right. Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Kind of like washing fucking grapes in the boudreau.
That's not what he said. What was the translation for the bathroom?
Oh, Tashnab.
There it is.
Did they wipe their butt with one hand?
No, rocks, dude. They'd fucking you go in there and they'd fucking wipe their assholes with a flat fucking rock and they'd leave it right there. So the next dude that goes in that has to piss, he pisses on the fucking rock to clean it. True fucking story, man. You know what my takeaway from Afghanistan is? No bullshit.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
I don't trust motherfuckers that don't shit on a Western toilet. If they squat, fuck them. I don't trust them.
Don't eat the grapes.
If you shit like a caveman, I just can't trust you, bro.
What if you're on a hiking trip? That's all right.
Oh, that's different, bro.
Can we get a
I'm talking
pass?
about like traditionally.
Daily.
You know what they would do? They would stand on the fucking bowl and break the fucking seat off because they'd stand on that motherfucker too.
God
Instead of just lift the bitch up and stand on the footprints.
Right. Like just.
Right.
Anyway.
Well.
Or they clean their ass with a water bottle. They poke a hole in the lid and I mean, I get that.
That's better than the
I get
rock,
that,
I will
right.
say.
Except there's water everywhere and fucking.
What if you just brought your own rock, man? Just carry a rock in your pocket.
They would pick up rocks as they'd fucking go, bro.
They finally get a shit rock.
Yeah.
That's badass, bro. I'm thinking about skipping a fucking rock across water, and these motherfuckers are thinking about a rock to
Dude,
wipe
let me
their
tell you
ass
something. If there was an Olympic sport for rock throwing, the Afghans would be world class. Don't get in a snowball fight with those motherfuckers, dude. Seriously. They have games where they will pick a rock and they will all like try and hit it, and they're like laser. Like they can hit the same spot on a wall with a rock like every single fucking time from like 20, 30 feet away.
God damn.
And they throw
Like
hard.
rifle.
Now, snowballs, we thought, well, fuck it, we play baseball. They kicked our asses.
Really?
Yes.
Damn. You should give us some darts or something.
A way of life, bro.
See how they did.
Yeah, but rock throwing, man, those guys.
All right, I think we hit it with
How do
that.
we wrap this up? Go ahead.
With a rubber, dude.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Just wear two. That way, when you take one off,
Double
you feel like a
glove.
wild man.
Universal precautions.
No, man, that was Dennis Miller said, I always wear two condoms. So when I have sex, I take one off and I feel like a wild man.
Damn.
Can't go wrong, bro. Oh, my neck hurts me laughing at you fuckers, man. All right.
Well,
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
that's it.
All right, so he does like a little bit at the end.
Oh,
Well, hey, I was going to say,
First of all, thanks for coming, bro. We love you, man.
you got it, man.
Thanks
I
for coming to the
appreciate
hill.
invite.
we'll have you back.
I appreciate that, guys.
We'll have to have a part
If we
two.
don't disappear. Yeah, next time you come, we'll actually have let's make a day out of it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Bring your family and shit.
I tried to bring steaks, bro.
Yeah, I knew we wouldn't get started. So
That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
do
have
it.
to do that. On like a Saturday or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm
bring
cool
some
with that.
balloons and stuff. I'll get the helium.
Yeah, we'll have baked goods.
Yeah, right.
Now that we
Little bakery.
have the bicycle with the license in the front hanging.
Oh, and the carrot.
Yeah,
Oh, who was that? Was that
that was
Pittman?
Yep,
Or was it Harper?
Pitt.
Pittman and Harper?
Both didn't have a license. We're cops.
Damn, I got in trouble for that, man.
So he made a bicycle like instead of you chasing like a carrot, it had a license out in front on a stick.
The license was this big, dude. I blew it up in the.
He didn't have a license?
Nah, but he could tell you your date of birth. You know, he knew numbers.
Yeah, he was a numbers guy.
Oh, I got you.
All right, so last story. All right, we gotta go to this because I know Shelly's like, I'm hungry and tired.
Don't let her hear you.
I know. She don't say that. We'll delete this. Don't worry, she don't listen to the podcast.
Whatever.
I said, remember we were at the Papa Smurf's house for Christmas. And you just had a youngin' at home. And you had a brand new car seat. So we're standing there, and your wife was like, Will? Now, this is a SWAT team party. So, I mean, we're
The Christmas party.
at Christmas SWAT team practice or whatever. CRT Christmas party at Papa Smurf's. Since we don't say names, who ended up being a traitor and shit. But anyway, everybody was fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was drinking. And I was drinking back then, and I hear this shit going on in the kitchen. First, Will had showed up and guessed all the females' bra sizes to a T.
It's a gift. You know?
He's like,
I worked at Victoria's Secret when I was
He's
in
like-
high school.
Yeah, he's like, turn
There you
around. 36C, you know, and then it's like Shelly was 36D or something. She's like, damn. I think you kind of got her with that one.
God, everybody.
You got the gift.
Yeah. He even knew like what kind of bra she should have got from Victoria's Secret. But anyway, so we're sitting there and this shit's going down. And can I say your wife's name or can't say it? Yeah, Sandra's like, hey, Will, somebody spilled vodka all over the baby's new car seat. He's like, what the fuck?
No, she goes, fuck him up.
Yeah. But first you're like, what the fuck? And you're like, and then she says, fuck him up.
Fuck him up.
So I'm kind of like, you know, even though I was a shit stirrer, I was always a peacemaker too when it came to a slaughter that was about to happen. So I'm like, hold up. What the fuck's going down here? So and then Will's like, Sean Meese. He was our team medic. And then he's like, man, I'm sorry, man. He's all, you know, he's like, he was a medic, so he wouldn't want to be around a bunch of cops. You know that shit is. You know,
Yeah.
He felt cool.
Try to
He-
fit in.
He ended up being like a pretty nice guy, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
So Will's like, I got a proposition for you. You're going to drink the drink that I give you. He's like, that's all? He's like, yep. So Brian had Papa Smurf had a kegerator in his kitchen we all sipping off of. So he fucking fills it up, right? There's a part of the story you done fucking forgot. So drops his fucking fucking pants. He's got his fucking cock in his hand and got his nuts hanging. Dips the fucking beer.
My balls were floating
in the
foam. It felt fantastic. Yeah. It was incredible, dude. I'm
Good
not
feeling.
It was cold. It was ice cold beer, bro. So he fucking dips his nuts in this fucking drink. He goes, now drink this, motherfucker. So, but right before that happens, he's got his fucking nuts in a fucking 16-ounce or a plastic cup, and your daughter walks. And she starts crying. You're like, oh, fuck. So,
My daddy's an asshole.
Yeah. She starts crying. I mean, you just can't make this fucking shit up. So he hands that shit to Meese, right? And guess what he does?
He chugs it.
He chugs it.
He chugged it.
Has to.
He had a fucking foam mustache.
He did, and he was happy as a bitch.
Yeah, because he get his ass beat.
Because I was like, hey, man, we can. I think before this all, I was like, man, we'll take a collection and buy you a new car. So you trying to save Meese's life. Because I knew I couldn't stop him, right? And then once you did the nut thing, I was like, that's the old tea bag. Mm-hmm. That motherfucker chugged it out. I mean, he fucking enjoyed that fucking drink, bro. I mean, that
Good
bitch.
to the last drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a real big drinker, so he was kind of like a sipper. That bitch guzzled that bitch down with the quickness, man.
Yeah.
And he didn't really have a mustache, like you said, because he had peach fuzz, but he didn't even wipe it off.
He had foam.
Hey, he kept that bitch on all night so you wouldn't forget.
I did feel bad, man. Like maybe later.
You didn't feel bad that fucking night.
No,
because that bitch caught hell all fucking night.
Yeah.
Every time I looked at that bitch, I would just fucking go unconscious laughing. Not you, but
Yeah.
Boy, you too.
God damn. Yeah, I used to do some stuff.
Yeah, and he, he later he felt pretty bad about that shit. Man, he's like, "Damn, dude, I just drank a drink with another man's balls in it." Like he was like he was like getting depressed over it. I'm like, well, I said, man, most people were pretty fucked up. We probably really don't remember, but I mean,
Here we
it's
are definitely going on my podcast.
Yeah. And I mean, he was like, I'm not gonna say that he wasn't suicidal, but he was pretty upset about it.
He was a little dejected.
Yeah, he was hurt.
He was down in the mouth.
Yeah. But I was like, man, what was the alternative, man? That would have been a hell of an ass whipping.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been even.
Nah, you wouldn't have hurt him, but this shit was funny as a bitch.
Yeah, it was, and I was drunk enough to want to whip his ass.
I think you did in one sense.
Yeah. Oh, I did.
Particularly when your wife's like beat his ass or whatever.
Fuck him up.
Fuck him up. I was like, oh, god damn, bro.
She was always good for that, boy.
Nate, don't listen to that. That's your son's name, right?
Yeah, today.
Cam.
Case.
Cam.
Case.
Oh.
CASE.
I said Cam.
Like the pocket
off
knife.
a Modern Family, man.
Oh, damn.
There's no relation. I knew the seed came from some shit. I don't fucking know, man.
My nuts.
You start talking about nuts. I went. You see where I went, right? That's part of me, bro. That's the other part about me. Yeah.
All right.
We'll bring that up next time.
Time to wrap it up.
We got to wrap.
Listen to us on Apple Podcast, Spotify. Watch this on YouTube if you want to see the Hello Kitty shirt.
So it'll be about what? We got one next week, so it'll be 3 weeks.
Yeah. It won't be this coming Monday. It'll be the following.
Yeah, because we have somebody ahead of you. She's a professional.
Oh, well, definitely put her on.
Yeah. Because we're definitely not.
This is another Off the Hill episode here.
All right, man. We love you, dog.
Thanks
Appreciate
for coming
you.
on.
Thank you. It was fun. Definitely got to do it again.
Oh, yeah. Part 2 coming soon. Peace.
Thank you for listening to On the Hill. Like, subscribe, and follow us wherever you listen to your podcasts. See ya.